Yo, welcome everyone to another feedback stream. Turn on my face cam here. What's up, everyone? Actually, wait, give me 1 second. I forgot to do something. Okay, there we go. Welcome everyone. So we are doing another feedback stream today, in case you're unaware. So let's go over that. So, if you want to submit to the feedback stream, join the Discord and submit it to hashtag feedback stream. It is a tab at the top of the Discord server. We'll be going for an hour and 30 minutes, which means that we'll try to get through as many submissions as possible in 1 hour and 30 minutes. Sorry if I don't get to yours, because we will be cutting it off. And this is for constructive criticism purposes only, so I'm only trying to help you. So don't get offended if I try to bash on your song, and then it is to help you. I do streams like these every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. And a quick little announcement for next week. I'll open submissions at the start of the stream. This is just an experiment, and that way everyone sends in their song at the exact same time, as the stream starts. So then it's more fair. I guess it's a little more first come first serve in that manner. I'll make sure to explain the details of it at the next stream. And yeah. So that's it. Let's get to doing the submissions. So let me go to the first one. Where's it at? Okay, here we go. So let me turn off this music. Okay, and then let's open this submission. Okay, here we go. All right, feedback. There we go. Okay. So first up, we got Computer with soda. All right, so he says, "How do I blend intro? I'm legit crying and breaking down how to make dubstep 2020." Subfiltrinock. Okay, sounds good. Let me know if the audio is good, and then we'll get right into it. Good so far. Flipping a little bit there. Something weird is going on there. Like when the snare hits, your basses are louder and then they duck down. I don't know what's going on with that, but like the volume is inconsistent of the main basses. Yeah, you have some sort of inverse sidechaining going on. It's ducking. You have your actual sidechain is good, but then afterwards it'll you'll have the sidechain like this, but then afterwards it'll just duck down like that. So it's kind of that kind of shape. So it's a little weird, but I don't know what's going on. It might be some sort of compression that you have going on, or a limiter maybe. I'm not sure, but definitely get that sorted out. It's throwing me off. So. Here it's especially apparent. Also, one little thing is like you have your sub playing like the entire time. Like I don't think there's any given point where the sub just stops for a second and gives you a break. And so like, you know, it would work if you had like a sub that just follows along with every note that you're playing, but since you're like you have a sustaining sub, you should definitely find some places to like give it a break and then kind of yeah, and like rest the ears a little bit. And you're asking how do I blend the intro? It sounds perfectly fun to me. There was one little thing right here with the little snare that was a little weird, like the it was a little weird. Like I would just get like if you want to do that kind of rhythm, get like a really small like trap kind of snare. That might work a little bit better, but yeah. Overall, the sound design is pretty cool. It's just the like side chaining kind of thing is just a little weird. And yeah, I'd definitely recommend fixing that. And then yeah, it wouldn't throw me off as much. But yeah, overall cool track. Let's go to the next one. All right. Next up, we got Andre Leo featuring Vodan. Down. Let's go. That little snare thing that you have is like half a semitone higher than your root note. So it's like you're playing like a da when the root note is da. So if you like turn that down one semitone, it'll hit a little bit better. So text it. Wait, the text isn't centered. Wait, in the cover or like the thumbnail? Because if it's in the thumbnail, then wait. Okay, for a second I thought you meant like in the stream. Okay. Oh wait, you were talking about this thing. Oh yeah, no, that is off-centered. Crazy. Anyway. Oh no, wait, that isn't. Yo, no, you're right. That's not even the root now. Hold on. No, the root note is duh, and not the duh. It's not the. It's the yeah. Wait, so that I would just lower it a half a step anyway. I was wrong about the root note thing, but just half a step lower would make it sound a little bit better, and it's also a little loud. Okay. Pro tip right here. Cut out the reverb from the snare. That'll make it hit so much harder. Like that. Like this vibe that you have going on is super dry and like really impactful. Like that is sick right there. But then when the snare comes in, it kind of ruins the effect a little bit for me. So dude, that is really sick though. Jesus. This song is like really unpredictable in the best way possible. Like this is really solid. I just wish you would keep that like I already said, like that dry aspect to it, like removing the reverb off the little snare that you have. But like this is like fucking awesome. My only complaint here is that you have the clap on the 1 instead of like the 2, so it's like clap kick, like yeah, it's like reversed to how you normally have it, so maybe like switch that around. But yeah. Jesus. Yeah, that's a really solid track, dude. One thing I would recommend here is like switching up the bass a little bit, so you have like a different sound for it, because that'll keep it way more fresh. Like maybe do like a higher pitched kind of thing. But yeah, this is really fucking sick. Like the initial impact of this first drop was really on point. Really fucking good, and you made good use of the vocal in the drop as well. The build up, I couldn't really hear it as much, but I would recommend just turning it up a little bit there. But yeah, this is really fucking solid. GG's, great track. Let's go to the next one. All right, next up we got Legend with Destruction. Let's go. Hey, what's up, Dyadic? Okay. Jesus Christ. That was fucking sick. Very sick. The vocals like pan to the left, so like unless you're trying to like pan it around a little bit, make sure that's centered. Also getting a tiny bit of mud here, like in the, like, you know, definitely try to cut that out. I think you have like a reverb somewhere that's doing that, so just make sure to low cut it. I think you're again getting a little bit of mud here, like in this little like break. It becomes apparent like there's like a slight like it sounds like an ambient like desert storm or something like that. Like you can kind of hear it in the background there. Whatever that is, I would kind of cut it out. If you're trying to add some ambience to your drop, then like make sure to low cut it and like make sure it's not interfering with like the muddy frequencies. Yeah, dude, this is like a really sick track though. Like this is you definitely did this really well. One thing I noticed in the really screechy sound, like I think that part. I would try to EQ that a little bit because there's some like harsh high frequencies, like not like the super high like above 16K, but kind of like in that high range below that. Like there's definitely some harsh like resonances that you might want to like dip down a tiny bit. Um, but yeah, this is a fucking banger. This is really good. Um, so yeah, let's go to the next one. Great track, bro. All right, next up we got Japanese with Spaghetti Remix Contest Attempt. I deeply apologize for the rookie mistakes I have sadly manifested in this track. I started it about 2 months ago or something. That's when I was born. Okay, okay, makes sense. I mean, hey, rookie mistakes. That's okay. That's why we're here. So let's get into it.
Our love on a place in my mind, trying to find a way to get to you. Our love of a place in my mind, like a rumble in my head. Our love on a place in my mind, trying to find a way to get to you. Our love of a place in my mind, like a rumble in my head. I remember the place in my mind, trying to find a way to get to you. I love all the place in my mind, like a rumble.
It's a nice intro.
In my head. I remember all the place in my mind, trying to find a way to get to you.
You could probably shorten this up a tiny bit. Like it's almost like a direct repeat of like what you had before, but just with like a little percussion on top of it. You could probably just get rid of this section and then like slap this part here. Like just take all this and put it here, and then that way you're not like repeating what you've already kind of played. It's a really nice intro though. I think there's a tiny bit of mud on the chords. Like I don't know if they're EQ'd. This is really nice, by the way. This chord stack, you should probably like EQ it to low cut it a little bit, and then you're getting less mud from the chord stack itself. Okay, here we go. Woo! What the fuck, dude? Fuck, we got blue balled. Rip. Dude, that first drop was sick. Like that was really well executed. One thing I'd recommend, that kick like should be a little more clicky. So like you kind of need to like you need to kick with like a lot of high end at the first like initial impact, and then it like kind of turns into like a sub kind of note thing. That would work a little bit better with this, I think. And then when the clap comes in, it's also a tiny bit quiet, so like turn that up a few decibels. Like just a tiny bit louder. And yeah, like I said, the intro is like a little bit too long. Like we're at like a minute 45 when the drop hits, so that's a little bit much. So like I said, you can like cut this section a little bit up. This intro is like also a little long. You can definitely cut this in half as well. You know, I would aim for the drop to hit at about 1 minute, like somewhere around that mark. And then that's a lot more quick to the point, and yeah. But dude, really sick track. I like this a lot. You should definitely finish it and send it next week, and then I'd be very excited to hear it. Okay, nice one. We got. Oh my god, I literally can't pause it. Hold on. There we go. Okay, we got "Throw Me" with my speedy attempt at melodic rhythm or whatever. Work in progress. All right, let's go. Nice chords. Okay, so this would work really well. Like these kind of chords are like super minimalistic, right? Like they don't hit super hard. So what you could do is you could take some more minimalistic drums and hi-hats and stuff like that, and then use those instead. And then because right now you have like some pretty big like rhythm drums. So like, I would recommend using some like more minimal drums, and then making the whole thing like kind of dry. And then you can also have the little arp, and then that'll work like when you reverb that out, that works really well in like a more minimal context, I think. And I would also recommend making the sub follow the little chords that you have, like make it hover with it. That might make it a little bit better. I'm personally not a fan of just having like sustained sub basses. So I mean, might just be a personal thing, but yeah, I would recommend making it follow that. This is a really nice track, dude. I like the chords. I like the vibes definitely. I just think it would need some more like match the vibe of the chords is what I'm trying to say. And then I think you'll have a really really dope track. So very nice. Let's go to the next one. Alright, we got Invader Music with ID/work in progress. Only a drop for now, so if you guys could give me some more intro ideas, that would be great. Thanks for listening. Alright, let's go. Okay, everything is really quiet. Definitely turn it up. Like the sub is like at a decent volume, I think, but then like the rest is like super quiet, so turn it up. Like same with the drums and stuff. I'm also kind of looking for a chord change here, like like a I don't know, like a just a different chord. Like you could decide what to do with that too. This is really sick. Like this is some really sick sound design though. Like. Yeah, like the chords get a little repetitive over time. Yeah, so when you're doing like I think when you're doing a major chord in like a when you're doing a major chord in a drop sense like this, you need to kind of change it up. Like it can work with a minor chord, but like a major chord just feels like it should go to something else for it to give like a solid vibe, if that makes sense. So I would recommend doing like a minor chord like a few notes down. Like I think it's like I don't know exactly which one that would be. I'm not that advanced in music theory, but yeah, just try to get like a minor chord somewhere. Like I would just do like 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 that note right there. Like right now we're at like whatever that note is. I would recommend doing that. But yeah, this is some sick sound design. It just needs a little mixing. And I think like developing of the idea, but the structure is good. The sound design is dope. I like the idea for sure. So yeah, dope track. Let's go to the next one. All right, up next we got Cube by Psycho. This is just an idea, but it's pretty much finished for me. Sorry for the Frenchy English. That's all good. Let's go.
The cube takes its name from a combination of the English word cube and the Swiss German diminutive "lie," indicating something of small size. With a side length of 15 centimeters, it mainly consists of 3 reaction wheels, each attached to a brushless DC motor, later controllers, inertial sensors, an embedded processor, and batteries. Inertial sensor measurements are fused to get an estimate of the tilt and angular velocity of the cubing, and the Hall sensors provide the angular velocity of the reaction wheels. Based on these estimates, a non-linear controller is used to balance the cubing on its orbit, while the angular velocity of the reaction wheels...
This intro is a little long, I think. Like we're 40 seconds in, and we just now got to like a new section of it. You could probably cut like if you really want to keep the vocal there, then you know, very understandable. I would just like make this thing hit like in the middle of this, and then that way it's a little more short and concise. I also can't really hear the vocal anymore. So like something you could do in this scenario is like you can find where the highest peak of like the vocal is, and then like make a dip there in the vocal, then take that EQ, like remove it from that vocal, and then paste it onto like whatever other elements are taking up that frequency range, if that makes sense. Here, matter of fact, I'm gonna open Ableton, and then like I can kind of better show this off, because it might be a little confusing if I'm just trying to explain it. When it loads up, I'll show you what I mean.
In addition, the momentum wheels can rotate at very high angular velocities and build up sufficient angular momentum. A rapid braking of the wheel allows it to transfer the angular momentum to the cube's body. This allows the cube to jump up from the resting position to a balancing position without just
That kick is weird. It sounds like it's like at a really high dry wet, and then like that doesn't really work. If you have a kick and you're putting a reverb on it, that like sub just goes away. So I would not recommend doing that at all. Like I would definitely take that reverb off the kick if you have that there. Yeah, and like the kick is now like muddy and like in the background, which is just, it feels a little weird. And I would also recommend layering the kick over the snare, so you have like the kick and the snare playing at the same time. Synths are on point though. Yeah, and the snare's also kind of thin, I agree. Alright, here we go. Okay, it is loaded up. So let me show you what I mean. Hold on. Wait, it's not exactly loaded yet. Okay, hold on. We'll go back to it. Yeah, like your synths are like on point, and like the vibes are really strong in this one. Like this is really good. The drums are just like really bothering me. Like maybe look up like a like just synthwave drums and like reference how they sound. Like a good example is that one. I think it's Home Resonance. That's the song title. That one is a really good example of what you can do to make like solid drums, like those would just work really well. And here we go, Ableton's loaded. So let me show you exactly what I mean. Let me get a bass loop from my 10K sample pack here. And then I can kind of, or maybe a pad. Yeah, this one. So, you know, this one just exists, right? And if you have a vocal over it, so let's look up a vocal. It'll like. So hold on. So like we'll put an octave down to kind of put it in the same range as the pad. Oh, also let me switch it to my screen. Here we go. Okay. This is a really terrible example. Let's see. Here, let's just do like a bass loop. Right. Okay. Bass loops. Here, this one. So if we like kind of chop it up, you can hear the vocal, but it'll be like hard to distinguish, right? So like what you can do, like now you can't hear it obviously. So what you can do, you can take an EQ, slap it on the vocal, and find out like what frequency range this vocal takes up. So like you can kind of see that here's kind of a peak. Here's also kind of a peak. So I would argue that this is like the peak right here. So like what you can then do is like just take this and then turn the gain down a little bit, like so you kind of make a peak or like a dip in it, like that. And then if you like slap this onto the vocal, so I just cut it from the vocal, and then if I slap it on here, you'll notice that it's like a little less, but like you'll hear the vocal better. So like I'll exaggerate the effect for you, so you can hear the vocal better now. So someone else just said you can use the scale knob as well right here. Like if you use Ableton, you can turn up the scale like this. That's a good tip as well. So yeah, that'll help clear up the space that the bass takes up for the vocal. So yeah, if you want to do that for this little intro vocal that you had, you'll definitely hear it a lot better. So let's go back to this. Yeah, like this part is also kind of long. Like you're repeating, like you've got like I think 8 bars or something of like this one like ARP loop, but then you're like repeating it again, and like I've already heard it. I think the point gets across in that time. So you could again just cut that in half, and like same with this stuff before the actual drop hits. That was also a little long. So yeah, I think you could definitely benefit from shortening this track up a little bit. So yeah, dope track. I would just fix the drums in this situation. The vibes are definitely there, and like some EQing would work. And yeah, nice track, dude. Very dope. So let's go to the next one. All right, we got Tryoken with Maybe It's Over. This track is basically done, but it's not released yet. So if you have any feedback, we would like to hear it. All right, let's go. That's dope. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, this is really good. Okay, one little thing right here is like you have like a I think it's a kalimba or something like it's like one of those instruments that you like hold in your hand and then you like play with your thumbs. You're like you layer that in the background, but like it's like barely audible. So the only thing that you really hear is the like the click of it, and so that click is like not exactly like perfectly in tune with the song. So you're hearing like an out of tune kind of thing. So what you can do, you could either put it an octave higher because then it's more audible, or you could do like a like you could do that trick that I just showed like 5 minutes ago, and then like EQ out like all the other elements if you really want to make it a main element. But I would just recommend like pitching it up an octave. That's basically what I'm trying to say. It's really fucking good though. That was really sick. Was that tempo switch right here? Oh my god, it was a tempo switch. I like barely noticed. That's really well done then. But I would recommend like doing some kind of chord change here because we've kind of heard the same chord progression over and over again, and like especially since we just had like a drop and then like kind of ended, like we've already kind of heard this like here, like something similar right there. It's not exactly the same, but like it kind of feels like the same thing. So like I would just like I would definitely do a chord change. You can figure something out. You have a really solid like melodic sense. So yeah, let's keep going. I don't know if I would do that low octave without like EQing it a tiny bit, because like that low end is like a little too muddy. and especially since like low notes like they'll like clash way easier. So like I would just put it an octave up instead, like, or you could EQ it out to kind of like not remove the main like sub frequencies, but like at least lower them. So like kind of like this kind of vibe, like let's just play a quick saw wave, like do that, like if we take an EQ on it, fuck, hold on, like instead of like removing the sub entirely, like kind of doing that. So like you still have that sub right there, but it's like being lowered at least. So you could do that for sure. Let's get back to it. Okay. You're doing a great job with the textures and stuff though. Like this is really nice. Yeah, that's a really good point, Tierra Nebula. For low notes, you could separate them more so that they're not as muddy. So like, since you're just playing like the standard like minor chord, you could like take the middle note from that minor chord and then raise it up an octave, and then it's like not as muddy at all. And that's like a really good tip. God damn, these textures are so fucking good. Yeah, like I could tell that you're like telling some kind of story, or like at least I think so. This is like really fucking solid. I would just recommend doing the chord change, like I said. Yeah, like a tiny bit of mixing, and then like you're good. This is like a really solid track, and like you could probably get this on like several labels if you tried. So, GG's. Very solid track. Let's go to the next one. Alright, we got Anger by Riot Nia. Let's go. And right into the action. Okay, if you're gonna do like an intro with like drums, like this one, like I would remove the sub first, because otherwise it just feels like you're being placed in the middle of the action, right? So like I would just like something common to do like for EDM genres that I've heard in like 2014 or something, like in the Monster Cat days. Like I would just low cut the basses or like kick, and then you just get kind of the click for it. You could do that here, and then it definitely feels a lot more like a intro thing. And then like when you bring it back here, like here you would put in the bass again, because this part definitely sounds like a mid-section intro kind of thing. This is dope. I was gonna say something. What was it? Oh yeah, no. You said in the chat. You did do like a low cut. I would do it until you don't hear the kick frequencies anymore. So like, you have like the main kick. So here. Let's do another production stream moment here. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so let's grab a kick. Right. Let's grab. I have one specific one in mind. Right, like this one is pretty good, right? This one. So you see the sub frequencies in there, right? Like the little sine wave. if we EQ that out, like, I mean, like this much, like, so you don't hear the sub at all, like you probably like EQ'd it maybe this much. Just like make it like that, and then you have like a pretty dope kind of thing. So let's go back to the feedback thing, and let's go. Oh, okay, you didn't low cut the kicks. Right. Where were we? Hold on. That little like offbeat chant thing, the is like out of key. Maybe put that on like instead of or it's like a weird note. So like try to get that in tune. Drums are good though. A singing stream. Nah. Yeah, this is a good snare. I can tell you, this is a good snare. You know what would be kind of funny is if you added like the Rickroll drum fill right here, like. That'd be pretty funny. Part definitely feels like a I don't know, this has like a very specific purpose, but I'm not sure if it's like an outro kind of thing. Like this section right here, like that you just started playing, it's like, I don't know, there's something about it. It's like not, it doesn't quite fit here, I don't think. Like I honestly couldn't tell you where it would fit, but it's like kind of a midsection kind of thing. Like if you cut out like the basses and stuff from it, like the intro kind of thing, then like it would definitely feel like a midsection that you could just slap in the middle. But I'm not sure if it works well as like an outro. that's a dope track. I definitely like the drums. I think they're a lot better than like what you had before. So yeah, I mean, I guess hold on. You could just do something without like drums, and then you just have like the same chord progression from this part play, but then like as kind of like a synth thing, where you have like, you know, a decaying saw wave kind of thing, like, so it's like like a plucky kind of thing. You could do something like that, and then I think that'd be pretty dope. So let's go to the next one. Very dope track. All right, we got Spaghetti Gets You Wuya remix redescription. The melodic, you can't see it, rip. The melodic dubstep drop and the second build up do not connect together. They are for the same song. I just haven't made the second drop yet, but I still wanted you to hear the third drop. All right, let's go. I don't know about the clap. It's like I know that's a virtual Riot clap, and I know they're good, but well, it's a little too low pitched. Like, refer to like a maybe a house clap or just like a normal like standard clap. And also, you know, just the standard like don't use virtual Riot samples kind of thing. I don't know. You could do something with that. I would recommend not using virtual Riot samples because, you know, they're very recognizable these days. So but yeah, it's up to you. So let's keep going. I can't really hear the vocal anymore. Like I can hear it, but like barely. So like the if you were here during the part where I like explained the vocal thing, definitely do that. Like, definitely make a dip in the main instruments, and then yeah. That was a weird like a transition. That was like a really interesting transition. Like that was like, I don't know if it works or not. It's like it almost works. Maybe if you like layered. Like, it's very interesting that transition, but yeah. And again, the virtual Riot clap, that I just recognize it immediately. So I would recommend getting a different clap if I were you. I would remove the reverbs from like the chords that you have, because, or like at least turn them down a little bit, because they're a lot, like it's a lot of reverb, and they're carrying over to each and every chord. Like notice how like there's no distinct like point where the chord changes from one to the other. So yeah. And there's also just like some underlying melodies that are also like super reverbed out that don't quite work because they're like too reverby and like too much decay on them. So yeah. Yeah, yeah, like it just doesn't necessarily feel like a drop because of it, because it's so reverbed out. Um, so yeah, I would recommend just like not reverbing that much at all. Like you don't really need like a huge amount of reverb to make something sound huge. If that makes sense. Like you can do that, but you have to do it in a specific way, and I don't think it's exactly what it needs right now. So yeah, remove the reverbs, and it'll definitely sound a lot more like a drop rather than like a midsection or something. Um, yeah. Okay, that was that. So, yeah. Other than that, dope drop. I like the thing. I would recommend not using VR claps, or VR drums in general. Look into making your own for sure. And you know the first ones that you make are always gonna suck. That always like that happened to me too. But then eventually you just get good at them, and then yeah, you just use them all the time. So, with that being said, let's go to the next one. All right. We got Destiny with my remix of a song that is low-key really epic, not gonna lie. M. Let's go. Everyone's saying M. M in the chat, boys. Nice intro so far. Maybe a little quiet. Like if you just turn literally everything up a little bit. Okay, that was really abrupt. Like that, I was not expecting a drop there. And the sidechain is also really strong on the drop. If you really want it to sound like it's about to hit as a drop, then add a pause right before the drop. Like add a pause right there for like a 1 bar pause. Yeah, and like the sidechain is like super strong on this. So like when you have like two kicks heading, or like a kick and then like a snare immediately, like right there, like yeah, the right. There's like the sidechain is so strong that you're barely leaving any room for it to like exist in a weird way of speaking. I'm like using my hands for this, but yeah, you get the point. The volume on these drums are like really weird, or like just everything in general is like it's not the same like loudness. So you have like certain samples that are like louder than the other, right? So like I would recommend making like just listen to every song, and then based off of each individual sound, try to like get it on the same volume. Those are my samples. Definitely some crashes here. And it also doesn't sound like the sidechain is going down all the way, like down to 0 volume. Like something's up with the sidechain. I also think the clap could be could have a little more impact, because like this is like a little like it just sounds like a little like yeah. It's a little too small. Like the clap itself is good, but it just needs to be louder. Okay, the sidechain is ducking to 0 volt. I think what might happen here then is that your sidechain is like shifted over accidentally, or like it's like not dipping quick enough. So like, or maybe it's too fast or something. I don't know exactly, but try to make it as long as the duration of your kick, if that makes sense, and then like bring it back up. So. So yeah, other than that, really dope track. I like the remix. This is pretty dope. So yeah, I would just recommend like getting the levels to be about even. And then yeah. So let's go to the next one. All right, next up we got Tumik. This is Sumik's alt account, I'm assuming. Submission for Nitty's feedback stream. I felt bad not submitting anything and breaking my chain that I've kept up, but I didn't really have much time besides a VR ripoff that doesn't even have an intro. So, hey, dude, no need to apologize, man. Like, we're here to help you out. You don't feel obligated to send anything in. It's all good. No need to apologize. It's fine. So, get into it. Okay, super dope. Yeah, this is really good. By the way, see a dyadic. This drop is fucking sick. One thing I noticed is your snare is out of key. Like, I think it's out of key. Like, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's like, it's like I think if you pitch it up a few semitones, like to get it to like the duh kind of note, then you got it. I think that would sound a little bit better. But other than that, your sound design is on point. Oh, here it's on duh, duh, when it should be on like duh or duh. Those ones. So like either pitch it down two semitones or pitch it up like a few more, like 3 or 4 or something. So yeah, super on point. Not really much to say about this one because it's so short, but yeah, let's go to the next one. All right, next up we got Sphinxes with I don't want to try to read that. All right, so the mix seems very stereo according to the vector scope. I've never even heard that term, but let's keep going. And I don't know if it's a bad thing or not. I think it sounds okay, but I know there are a lot of potential problems with the mono stereo thingy, which I do. All right, let's go. I don't know about those chords. They sound like they're kind of out of key. Like they're like, I don't know. It's like yeah, like the last chord just kind of threw me off. There's also a lot of mud, and it kind of sounds like it's like under, or it sounds kind of like it's kind of like compressed or something, like the whole thing. And the sidechain here is like really strong as well. Yeah, there's a pan snare here as well. Might be a little too much for this intro that you have going on. Maybe just to have like a rim shot or something, or like a like you have like way too heavy of like drums for this intro here. Yeah, I don't know about that, like using a pan snare as like a riser snare either. Like definitely try to use like a really small kind of like a high pitched snare for that. It also sounds like really like you don't have a sub here. And then the snare is also like super peak-ish. Yeah. That like background like thing that you have is like really like muddy, and I'm not really like, it doesn't sound like a main element at all. And if you're trying to get it to sound like a main element, then you need it to kind of punch through a little bit more, so you could like saturate it. You get more high end on it as well, like a little bit more, so it kind of punches through better. But that like main sustain bass screech thing definitely punches through more. So if you're trying to get like a bottom layer, then you should also EQ this one to like get rid of some low end. Oh, there is a sub? If there's a sub, I can't hear it. Maybe like saturate the sub a little bit. Alright, that main like half note like thing is like way too thin. Like it sounds like you made a bass, but then like low passed it at like 1k hertz, or low cut it at like 1k hertz. So like that definitely needs some more post processing, or like if it just came like if you have that that thing, if you have, I have no idea what I'm trying to say here. If that sound doesn't already have like the frequencies that you know that you need, I would just scrap the sound and then like try to make something similar. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. Like here the sub is fine. Oh, I hear the sub now. I can hear it now. Definitely like pitch it up, the sub, because it's so quiet that I can't hear it, and it might be my stupid gaming headphones, but like I can't really hear it. So yeah. I can hear it in these parts, obviously, but... Yeah, that transition was a little weird, going from like, you know, heavy death step to like I'm gonna take a walk, you know, like. So like maybe filter those in, reverb them out as well. Like you could also add some like ping pong delay and stuff to it. Yeah, like these chords are just a little weird.
Let the record play and get your head knocked.
Like the chord, if you're trying to go for like a phonon kind of thing, then like you there's like a certain, I don't know how like his music theory works, but like there's like a certain way to make that kind of music theory work. So if you're trying to go for that, then like you need to make sure that you know exactly what you're doing. Otherwise, it kind of just feels very, yeah. There's like there's no direction to the chords. I'd say like this specific part just feels like it's just random chords kind of stabbed all over the place. But phonon has like a very specific chord that he goes to make it work. So that there's like definitely a difference here, I think. So if I would just stay in the same key for now. And if you do want to in the future like put some crazy chords in here, then like make sure that there needs to be some sort of direction that you should put into it.
Okay, let's try something different.
Okay, that is really really off-putting right there. Like,
Okay, let's try something different.
like that snare hit late, and I did not expect it, so I thought there was a tempo change, but then there wasn't. So if you want to do something like that, then you need to make sure that it's like apparent that it's a tempo change. And I'm really thinking that you did some like phonon kind of thing. So like the way Phonon does it is everything is off-putting, and he capitalizes on that, so he makes the song as confusing as possible while still having the direction of the song. But in this case, it's like it just feels weird. Like I'm trying to like head bop to it, but I just can't. Right? Like. It's just you need to have like some sort of distinct rhythm to it to be able to like head bop to it. Also, the stereo imaging is fine, by the way. Like this like Victor scope, it's fine. It sounds fine. And yeah, like the sound design that you have is also really like grindy here in this part. Like if you're gonna go for like the weird, confusing rhythms, then you need to like have some distinct rhythm going on.
Yo, bitch, on my dick, blow me out of the frame.
So yeah, cool ideas on display, but there definitely needs to be some like more like thought and process going into that, like exactly what you're doing. So I like the idea of it, but yeah, it definitely needs a tiny bit of work, and then you definitely get it to work. So let's go to the next one. All right, we got Reds Minus Santa's Phaser. Let's go.
Oh, it's Christmas already. Well, I guess I'll have to make an epic fat dubstep track for this special occasion. Christmas.
I would remove the little arp the melody from this drop, because it's like kind of the arp itself is supposed to be a like a main element, but it's not, because it's like that's the dubstep bass. So like they're kind of competing for a main spot in the like it's competing for attention, if that makes sense.
Christmas, motherfucker.
That was fatter than Santa himself.
Another Christmas-related phrase.
I wish you would like also like have the chords progress. So like, you know, there's a chord progression to Deck the Halls, and like if you follow that would be dope, because then you're like, yeah, the like right now you're just staying on one note, but like there's an actual chord progression to Deck the Halls. So try to follow that with the actual basses. Like you can definitely make that work, and that'll make it more color bassy as well.
Okay, that was really fat and loud. Let's chill out and go back to doing nothing.
His vocals are on point though. these the little offbeat vocal thingies are like kind of jarring because they're like off key. They're like, it just sounds like you kind of slap them for rhythm, but then like you also pitch them around, which makes me think that it's supposed to be like a melody. But it's just, I don't know, it just feels kind of weird.
Party's over. Go home.
This song is over. Please go home now. Yeah, I definitely like the idea, but it could definitely use with some like chord progression stuff going on, and then that'd be dope. So let's go to the next one. Alright, we got DJ Snick with Modern Hip Hop. Let's go.
It is so hot, I ain't got a fake. I can make the earth great. It is so hot, I ain't got a fake. I can make the earth great. It is so hot, I ain't got a fake. I can make the earth great. It is so hot, I ain't got a fake. I can make the earth great.
Probably do with a melody here. Oh, there it is. Well, that's more like a background element. So like I would add like a like maybe a lead or something, or like maybe use the vocals and then put them here. They're a little jarring. You need some like reverb on it or something. And it also needs some sidechaining. Like if you took this part and then put it right here at this impact, then that would be a lot more impactful in the first place. Like that would definitely help make it like a lot more, yeah. All loops? Oh wow. Yeah, if it's all loops, consider doing your own sound design. I know it's like easy to get like, you know, a few loops and just slap them together, but yeah, if it is like all loops, then you should definitely consider like making your own sound design and kind of like keeping this idea, but then like, you know, making your own thing out of it.
It's so hot, I ain't got a fake. I can make the earth great. It's so hot, I ain't got a fake. I can make the earth great. It's so hot, I ain't got a fake. I can make the earth great. It's so hot, I ain't got a fake. I can make the earth great. It's so hot, I ain't got a fake. I can make the earth great. It's so hot, I ain't got a fake. I can make the earth great.
Those like brass hits are like offbeat and they're like really off-putting as well. Like they're like not on the grid, and then like you also have like a crash layered over top of them, which like crashes are supposed to be used to like for like an impact. So if you have like a first kick hit or something, that's when you'd use a crash. But in this situation, it doesn't sound quite right. So. And this part kind of sounds like an outro because there's so little elements. Yeah, and again, there definitely needs to be more elements here, because like this feels like it could be an outro because it's just like a trap beat and like some basses over it.
so hot, I ain't gotta fake. I can make the earthquake. It is so hot, I ain't gotta fake. I can make the earthquake.
So yeah, I mean, I've seen people in the chat saying that there's like a lot of loops here going on. So I would recommend stepping them away from them, and you know, it's perfectly fine to use them in the beginning stages of your music. That's fine. But I would definitely recommend stepping away from it and making your own stuff pretty soon. So yeah, let's go to the next one. I'm gonna do 3 more, including this next one, and then we'll wrap this stream up. So we got Boxster with 128 BPM of fun. He says in the description, something I've been working on starting from last night, trying something new. Nice shirt, Nettie. Thank you. Advanced shirt. Alright, let's go.
We do not know how it is done. Just as we do not know, really, how musical, artistic, and literary genius is done. You cannot really teach it. You can put the tools for doing these things into people's hands, and you can show them how to use the tools. But whether they will use those tools with genius is quite unpredictable.
Yeah, that's really funny. You should okay, if that's like a placeholder for it, that's hilarious. You gotta keep that in. That's really funny. I like that. I think some elements are like missing sidechain. Like I heard it in the first drop. Like I might be hearing it wrong, but like there's some elements that are like definitely lacking some sidechain. And I think that drop could definitely use some like pretty like prominent like 16th note hi-hats. And then like that way you're like, you know, keeping the rhythm up a little bit, because this is like a slower section, but you don't want it to feel slow necessarily. Yeah, dude, this is really dope. I like I love the little midsection. That was great. And yeah, no, this drop is fucking sick. This drop is sick. Yeah, I would just recommend working on like the side chaining. I think it was a little messed up here. And also the brass one shots, you should probably shorten those up because they have like quite a decay to them, and they're also like super wide. So the rest of the elements are also like super mono. So what you could do is make like all the bases and stuff, like the little pew pew laser thingies. I would make those a little wider, and then like maybe make the brass shots a tiny bit more mono, so you could use a utility, slap it on there, and then just turn it down like ever so slightly, like 10% or something. But dude, this is really sick. I like it a lot. Let's go to the next one. All right. So 2 more, including this one. We got X with balloon style. C. Nettie, you're so sick and cool. I used balloon samples, by the way. Oh wow. Well, thank you. I appreciate the compliment. You use balloon samples. Let's hear it. That bass is really wide. Like it's like too wide. Like it sounds like it's behind me, which is not good. You want it to be like either on the sides or like, you know, kind of in the center. Alright, so one little thing, like... So I expected the drop to hit a lot harder. And like, because you're like, you have like all these elements that are being hyped up, like you basically like play the entire drop in the build up. So then like, you're building up more hype, right? That's what a build up does. And so like, it just didn't quite feel right? So like, I would also remove the base from the build up and just remove elements in the build, right? So I would just have like the like I would filter in the 16th note thing, and add some more. The rises are fine, I think. Yeah, and like having a fill like that is also like really that's also like really signifying of like a heavy drop that you're about to drop. So yeah. I don't know about those pauses. Like you definitely need some, like maybe a growl in those gaps, because otherwise it feels like an awkward kind of silence, and you don't want that.
Hello. All right, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Nettie. So.
Hello.
All I wanted to say is.
Okay. Well, hello, I guess. So yeah, dope track, bro. I would just recommend on getting the hype to sit right, if that makes sense, and you know, getting these like pauses filled in, and then I think you're golden. So let's go to the next one. And this is the last one. So we got Luke D. I hope I'm saying that right. We got Mercury ID. Let's go. So these elements are like really quiet, and they're also like too stereo wide. So I would recommend, you know, turning the width down a little bit, and then also like just taking a saturator or something and just turning it up, like turning up the main bass elements. The sub is good. Yeah, everything is just really quiet. Something else is like you're in dotted notes, right? So you know, like that kind of thing, and then you're kind of like breaking it up weirdly, like you're going like and then clap, and then you're like pausing, and then like going to eighth notes, and it just feels a little jarring. So like the flow's kind of messed up. So I'd recommend like keeping it in dotted notes, or like filling in those gaps with more dotted notes, stuff like that. So yeah, I like the idea for sure. I just I wish everything was just a little louder, and then we could actually like hear it a lot better, and like it'll be a lot more impactful. So yeah, oh, rip camera. So that just about wraps up this stream. Thank you for submitting. I do apologize if I did not get to you today. There's always next week. Next week, remember, we are doing it a little differently. So we're going to be doing it so that we're sending in tracks right at the beginning of the stream rather than like, you know, beforehand. So we're going to see how that goes. It's just an experiment, and then if you guys like it, then we'll stick with it. But if not, then we'll keep using this traditional format. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you for chatting. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for sending in stuff. And I do apologize if I did not get to you first. So yeah, I will see you guys next Saturday, I think. Yeah, Saturday for another stream. It'll be a production stream. And yeah. See you guys later. Peace.